rocket like rocket fuel.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. I'ma tell the risk I was never at the end. I would never get it off my chest though. I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh baby, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh baby, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Take your eyes off me, you don't want to see me when I'm gone. Moral of the story was you're wrong. Everything I gave and everything I lost. Good things come at a cost. I left it on your head, and when you ever overstated, your thoughts are never everything you wanted when you want. I'ma take it in the head with the signs of the distort. I'ma leave it on the side. You on the Christ when I breath on this set. Let me speak on behalf of the dead. I'ma leave, I'ma speak. I'm the sick in the head. Come on, come on. Oh baby, my bets are off. Everything was better off.
All right, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Houston Texans and the Jacksonville Jaguars. This fielded at the 2. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Here we go. At their own 23-yard line.
What's that? 19! No chance!
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Switch! Check 43!
Mixon with it. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
It's our time. It's our time. Check 59!
On 2nd and 9, Watson. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Finding his way home for the sack that time, Taven Bryan.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans.
Watch out for 89. Butt set. 31 to Mike. It's our field. It's our field.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. This is taken at about the 14. It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10.
Set. 60 or. Man left. Alert.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Room here to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Heck of a start, a 30-yard pickup on their first play from scrimmage. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now Minshew on 1st and 10. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Yep. Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off.
On 2nd and 10, it's Minshew. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson, 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
Back to throw, Watson. It's complete, Stills. That goes for a gain of 31.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Deshaun Watson, 27 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. So a designed run all the way, and he took it the distance. I don't know that anybody saw that coming.
Well, on this play, how about the vision of him, being able to see the open field, make his move, and get there. Oftentimes, defenses have a spy for the quarterback position to try and take care of it. On that play, if they did, it certainly didn't work. Yeah, there's no doubt.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. He's going to air one out. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Looked like some hands both ways. They got it on the offense.
And sometimes there's a fine line between being the receiver and the DB, and he knocked that one away. Might have caused an incompletion that could have been an interception.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Let's go.
Throwing on 2nd down now, Minshew. He's going to wind up and air it out. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Breaking that one up was Justin Evans. Read it perfectly.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the third time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. Trying to lay one up deep. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And down to the 27-yard line. That one good for 37 yards. Looked like they picked a heck of a time to run the counter.
And we've been saying that in this great game of football probably since we started playing. Anytime you get guys thinking you're going to go one way and you hit back the opposite side, it's a great chance it can turn into the type of play we just saw there, a big gainer.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
That's right, baby. They don't want it. Check, 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 check.
Nixon will try the right side. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
And that's one of the reasons we like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
He's coming. Double up, double up.
On 3rd down, Nixon. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He'll give up 6 yards there on the loss, and it'll bring up 4th down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed.
The uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Yeah, I'm coming.
6-6, pull it high. Get it.
On 2nd down, Minshew. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 11.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Look at me, zipper. Hey, exit. Shoot.
Minshew throwing on 3rd down. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Ready. 30 base.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Banjo.
Throwing on 1st down is Minshew. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That's good for 28 yards.
That's another Jaguars first down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Fournette running out of the gun. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
30-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Check 13. Check 13.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And it's still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The Jaguars on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll try to throw for it with Minshew. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 14.
That's good for another Jacksonville. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
The Jags with their first opportunity in the red zone. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. And he'll give it here to his running back. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
At the 10-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Strong right. Strong right.
Christian travel.
Hey.
And a give this time to the tailback. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. The Jaguars on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A great play there with his first career touchdown in his first career game, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. Here's Watson. Being chased out left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And not the result they were hoping for there, at least in terms of the kick team, as that'll get out of bounds at just the 35-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Now a handoff here to his running back. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Hey, check Mike, Mike 6, Mike 6. Watch the slant.
Hey. Hard.
Hey, we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty
Get it.
Looking to throw it. Minshew. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Watson now to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's Yannick Ngakoue with a sack.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. From the 50, it's Watson. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Golladay. 1:55 left to go in the first half of play. And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Ready? 18, Gator.
Tie that right.
Go.
41 Mike, right here. 41 Mike. Watch the pass. Here we go.
Big grip.
So 3rd and long. Here's Minshew. Buying time to his left. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
Let's go.
A gain of 19 and picking up the first.
First and 10 at the 41.
Ready?
And he'll give it here to his running back. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. This one out quickly to Westbrook. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 19. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. gun. Watson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Kenny Stills in the final seconds of the first half. And the Texans push further out in front. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. So we reach halftime here at our first Monday Nighter of the season. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This one taken from the 7. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. He's making quite a splash here in his NFL debut.
Well, he was advertised as being NFL ready, and both you and I tend to arch an eyebrow a little bit when we first hear that. But I think that they were right about this one.
10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down. That one definitely helps as they try to push the ball down the field here, trailing early in the third quarter.
And even though they're trailing, not abandoning the running game. People may call it an adjustment. I think it's just much more sticking to what works for you and continuing to have faith in it. And the running game is starting to pay off.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Minshew, first and 10. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. From the 34, they'll come to the line on second and 10. A shotgun give to Fournette. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down.
Tighten down. There you go.
First and 10.
Keep grip.
And to give this time to the tailback. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there. Making quite a splash with his second touchdown in his NFL debut, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A running play on first down will get 4 up to the 29. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Watson. They'll set up the screen here to mix him. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he takes it all the way up to the 47. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Here's Watson. Got an open man. It's QT. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Kiki QT. 43 yards. And the Texans push further out in front. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Hey, let's go. You run. Ready?
Now this time he'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete. The running back, Leonard Fournette, his intended receiver. And it's 3rd and short.
So it looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Minshew to throw. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now a handoff here to his running back. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
218, chop.
The open man is Westbrook. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 17-yard line.
Go.
1st and 10.
Gator.
You. Shit.
Hey, Sam off. Hit it.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They go again with Scott. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Back now in Jacksonville. It's Jaguar football, but a little work to do for them. They trail here as we start the 4th. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They'll try and run for it. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Two of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great play there. Now with his 3rd touchdown in his first ever NFL game. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. This will be taken in at the 1. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. A big play there. Taking it in. And the Jaguars have taken the lead.
No, possession's on. Possession's on.
And all of a sudden, we've got a ball game. They get the touchdown. Then on the kickoff, they get another touchdown, picking up the fumble, taking it to the house in just a matter of moments. 2 quick scores, Charles.
Every time we start to neglect special teams and big plays that occur off of them, something like this happens that reminds us we've got ourselves a game now.
A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Mixon with a first down carry. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits, and there's creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
Switch it, come on, switch it.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler, and he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. He needed a yard, that's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll try the air now with Watson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. And he's going to have the hook up to QT. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 25-yard line. Watson now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Watson on the screen. This is Eckler. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
On set. 18. Come on, come on. Say.
On 2nd down, Eckler. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. And they've got another 1st and 10 as the penalty keeps this drive moving. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake it the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Once more, here's Eckler. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Here's Watson on the sneak. And he swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. I'm assuming they're keeping this football on the ground, right?
I would think so because you're looking at the clock. That's in your favor. You look at the geography of the field, right, where you are. That's in your favor as well. Keep it on the ground. Keep pounding. Run that clock down. You got everything working in your direction.
No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got it 3rd and goal now as they look for that final touchdown to salt this one away. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Deshaun Watson taking it in. And the Texans push further out in front.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt away the game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Minshew sets to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
On 2nd and 10, it's Minshew. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Over 30 yards there. And first downs on 3 consecutive plays now. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun, and they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
From the 17, Minshew. And now he'll tuck it and run. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, gets him 9 yards and a first. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the fourth.
Set, ready? 70, Indy. Fair.
Here we go, D. All day. Defense all day.
And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal?
He's checking. Crack.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though, now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day. I do get a kick out of seeing a team kneel down at the end of the game in victory formation and wrap one up, because most of the time a kneel down is not a good thing in football. In this case, it's the best thing for the team that's winning.
Best thing week 1 and 1-0 after going down to that knee.
Watch the twist.
So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Yeah, real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. But now I'm listening to you. So for the Texans, it wasn't always pretty, but they do eke out the Week 1 victory here by a field goal. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.